Hi guys, Sammy Voodoo here with the Power of Women in Spandex, tpowis.net, with basically a review of a bunch of items in like one go. So everything is going to be with a base of a Body Wrappers unitard, as you can see, very shiny, very pretty, black, so that way we have a good solid base to kind of work off of. These are all going to be bottoms that are either like thong bottoms or brief bottoms, high-waisted. YouTube doesn't love reviews for things like these, that cover like ass and crotch. YouTube doesn't love ass and crotch. So it'll be interesting to see how like this is edited and how we can kind of work around that because we're reviewing ass and crotch coverage. So let's see how it goes. All right, so as you can see, this first pair that I'm wearing is white. Quick turnaround, not too fast for the YouTube gods there. This is a super high-waisted, thong-backed. This is the brand name. I have no idea how to say it. I've been saying MJIMN. Comment with some sort of phonetical version of how you think it should be said because I have no clue. This is a brand that came like off of eBay. $16? I want to say it was like $16. I think it's cheaper if you buy like them in bulk too. We have them in a bunch of colors now. Super shiny, as you can see. The material, very shiny. It's also super like silky. Very comfortable to wear. I think that again, it frames things nicely. So yeah, this is a white pair. It is, white has an issue with being like kind of see-through. So if you do choose to pursue this brand and get the white pair, definitely pair it with something like darker, because you'll have that opacity, I want to say is like the correct word. The opacity, the transparency. Yeah. So you can kind of see like my hand through it. Definitely pair it with something like darker as far as, the underneath. Unless if you're wearing them just by themselves, in which case, good for you. So as you can see, very transparent there with the tag. Very shiny, silky fabric, similar to like what Leo Hex has been using as well as other Chinese brands. It would be really interesting to see like the bulk fabric, where it's coming from. So someplace like Spandex World could possibly, make those custom requests because this is, so far, it would be also great to see how it holds up. But of course, depending on their stitching and how, they're using the fabrics, it'd be great to see like what kind of custom stuff we could get. Spandex World. Let's see where this is coming from. So, shininess rating, it's like an 8. It's not, wet look, it's not metallic, like that dot metallic thing like with my coquetry review. So it's super shiny, it reflects the light very nicely. But like I said, not metallic, not that, crazy foil sort of thing that I've been seeing a lot lately. So an 8 with the shininess. As far as like the construction goes, like I said, haven't worked with it much, hasn't like gone through the wash and everything, so we're gonna kind of give it the benefit of the doubt here as far as how it holds up. For like $16, it's under $20, and I think that, give it the benefit of the doubt, it's a super good deal. I love the way that it frames the bottom. Can't get too close there, YouTube. Can't get too close, but I love the way it frames my bottom, especially in a one piece like this. So I would say like 8 or 9 overall. Alright, so next up we have a Rainbeau Bodywear bottom. It's like kind of a brief, kind of Brazilian. It's not a thong back. Not to be confused with Rainbow Curve, different brands. This is a vintage, very bright blue pair from like the late 80s, with a very interesting like stitch here with the waistband and how it connects to like the, you know, crotch and the back parts here. Again, the back is interesting. It's like kind of Brazilian, not a thong, not a full bottom, so I don't know what the kids would call it these days. A bikini almost, maybe? I know that I've seen stuff like this recently in like Target. Not like I've bought myself a pair or anything with the latest bathing suit trends. Anyways, so super bright blue color. I mean, like I said, it's a vintage piece, so it's held up very well. Good luck finding a pair though. So as far as the price goes, can't really speak to it because it's a vintage piece. It's been, you know, a tried and true classic here at the Power of Women in Spandex. As far as the shininess goes, it's like another 8. Very shiny. You don't have to worry about the transparency with it though, so that's a nice plus. But again, a white fabric versus a colored fabric, there's going to be a big difference. Yeah. As far as my personal review, I'm not sure how I feel about this back. I don't know how flattering I find it. Like, I feel like it bunches up a lot and wrinkles, and then, yeah, it's not the most flattering for me, for my bum. Other people might be better. Yeah, so I would say like an 8 just based off of the construction alone. The shininess is great, but the construction and the fact that it's held up for longer than I've been alive, it's a great piece, but again, good luck finding it. Okay, so next up we have a Baltogs thong, weirdly shaped thong, back, pink item, sorry, words, Baltogs, 90s. I don't love the fit of this. This is, I believe I've worn this for a wrestling video before, and it slid around a lot, so not like, it's got a great great grip here over the curve of like the hip and the natural waist and everything. That being said, without it having like a thick waistband, it falls very easily. This is a vintage piece from the 90s, so it's another one where you won't have much luck finding it. Again, I don't love the cut, but that's just, again, me personally. This big wide back here and then the thong, I don't think it shapes the bum nicely, frames things well. Anyways, as far as the shininess rating, so because this isn't like a bright pop of color versus like a bubblegum pink, you know, we have more of like a muted, I guess a highlighter pink is the one I'm thinking of, like a very bright, oh my god, it catches your eye and like blinds you in the sunlight, versus this where it's more of a bubblegum, you know, it's a girl pink. So it's shiny, but it doesn't quite catch me the same way, so I'm gonna say it's like a 7. It has held up very well over the years. Again, a piece from the 90s. The fabric is a little bit thinner. As far as comparing like this to the MJIMN bottoms, that fabric seems to be a lot silkier, and if it holds up as well as I hope it does, these Baltogs might be a little obsolete. So Baltogs, either get your game up or we're sticking with MJIMN. Anyways, so I would give these a 7. Not my personal favorite of the bottoms that we've reviewed or that I've worn in the past. They're fine. They serve their purpose, just not my favorite. Alright, so the last of this series of reviews here, we have a Gear 1 thong back bottom in like a very cool cerulean color. I love the waist on it. I love the way it curves and hugs here. I love the way it hugs here. I like the back, this compared to the other one. The fabric is ridiculously thick. It only has a two-way stretch, which for an item like these, where it's bottoms, it's fine, but if it were like a pair of leggings, someone like me who's got a little bit more jiggle to their wiggle, it might be a little bit more of like a tight squeeze, a harder fit. We do have a pair of these in white. These are briefs. As you can see, versus the MJIMN, there's like no transparency to them at all. This fabric is super thick. That being said, again, it's that, you know, there's no stretch here. There's a stretch here, there's a stretch diagonally, but not, so the two-way. The construction is really good. I mean, this feels like a solid pair, whether that's from the fabric itself, the construction, either way, from the early 2000s. So they've held up very well for being a 20-year-old set of bottoms. So we do have these in black. You guys may have seen the Big Titty Goth Girlfriend workout. I wore pretty much a set of these in black on black. So, you know, you can see how well it holds to the body. It clings so nicely. You don't have to worry about it moving around all crazy. So we have them in black also. As far as my shininess rating, these are like a super high 8. Again, they're not metallic, they're not wet look, but they're the closest thing you could pretty much get to that, with them being, you know, a very pretty cerulean color. I love how vivid they are. Personally, again, I like the hugs thing. Sorry, YouTube. Just like showing off the bum. So, yeah, Gear 1. I wish that, I don't think the brand still exists. If they do still exist, make more things like this, or come back and make things like this. Yeah, so I really enjoy these. I think they fit very well. I'll give them an overall, I guess, 9. Like, they're not custom made for me. Like, that's a 10 for me pretty much at this point. Is I've had custom made, I know what that tastes like. So that's my personal 10, but this is the closest you could pretty much get. It fits my body very well. I don't have to worry about a belt because it's got a nice thick waistband and I like that. Alright, so I'm Sammy Voodoo here with the Power of Women in Spandex. This was a review of almost all thong bottoms with the exception of the Brazilian compilation. I personally really liked the MJIMNs. I don't know if it's because I like the way I try saying it, but honestly the fabric, the silkiness of the fabric is super nice. If it holds up as well as I hope it does, I have high hopes. I like the way it frames my body. The price really can't be beat, and they come in an array of colors which I think really take the light nicely and will be great for future projects. So that's my thoughts on it. I want to say thank you to all of our subscribers on YouTube, everybody who likes and comments, subscribes. You guys are great. You guys continue to support us. Now, if you are not on Patreon, what the hell are you doing? We need Patreon supporters. Blech. Patreon supporters. Please, if you're not on Patreon, you get extra videos, you get pictures, you get to talk to us on Discord. When I say us, I mean me and the other models as well as other Patreon subscribers. You are our lifeblood. You are the ones keeping us alive, so thank you. Extra special thanks to Vasily for being in that super top tier. We appreciate you. We appreciate all of our Patreon subscribers. Thank you so much for everything you guys do. As always, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube if you haven't. Leave a comment. If it's a shitty comment, keep it to yourself. If it's a great comment, cool. Love those. Anyways, so thank you to all of our Patreon subscribers. Again, you guys are what's keeping us going. I love talking to you guys on Discord. So thank you. And 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 I'm so sorry for my mush mouth there. I'm losing it. We're going a little crazy. These were a lot of reviews to kind of condense together. Anyways, I'm Sammy Voodoo with the Power of Women in Spandex, tpowers.net. I hope you have a shiny day.